Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel where we talk movies, music, and more. Today I'm here with my sister Paige.
Hi, and we are going to be reviewing Toy Story 4.
Check this.
Now guys, how this is going to go over is that I'm going to do my half, my thoughts on the movie, then we're going to switch, and it's going to go to Paige's thoughts, and my sister is going to do her thoughts on the movie, what she liked, what she doesn't like, and overall we'll do our scores. So say I like the movie a lot and I give it an A+, and say my sister didn't like the movie so much, she give it maybe a C. So that's how it's going to work, guys. Now, guys, before we get into all this stuff I love about this film, which there was a lot of, I just want to take 1 second to point out one flaw that I thought it had, and that I thought that it should have added more of the OG cast, because they did a great job, and this is probably what's going to close out all the Toy Story movies. And since they didn't put in some of the original characters in a little bit more than they should have, it was just that tiny flaw. But the new characters are so memorable. It's not that much of a bad thing, so it just kind of evens out. It's just a tiny flaw I had. Now here's my sister with her one flaw.
The one flaw that I had is that I don't think the movie really should be for young children, because there's this Gabby doll who had little minions, and the minions looked like a bunch of slappies, and then the Gabby doll was just like, come play with it. It was like really creepy. So yeah. And here's my brother with the first thing he liked about the movie.
Now guys, the first thing that I loved so much about Toy Story 4 was Woody's character. See, you can tell that he's changed so much since the first film. He doesn't care about getting played with as much as he wants sure that Bonnie is happy. He always makes sure that Forky doesn't get away and that he can still be with Bonnie, because Bonnie, that's the thing that Bonnie cares the most about at that time. In the other movies, you can tell that at times Woody's very needy to be played with, but in this he just wants to make his owner happy, which is just so much different considering the first films, and it's really nice to see his full story arc over all of the movies. So that's the first thing that I love so much about this film. Now here's my sister with the first thing that she loved about Toy Story 4.
Something that I really liked about Toy Story 4 was the character Forky, because he was really nicely developed and well animated and funny, and he was a really good character, and he really helped move the story along, and I really liked his explanation about trash. And this is another thing that my brother enjoys about the film Toy Story 4.
The next thing that I loved about this film was the voice casting. Now guys, everything from Tom Hanks as Woody, Tim Allen as Buzz, Andy Putz as Bo, and of course Joanne Cusack as Jessie is all fantastic. It's fun, but the best of all, they're just great standouts, is Keegan-Michael Key as Ducky, Jordan Peele, the horror director, Jordan Peele as Bunny, and of course Keanu Reeves as Duke Gaboom. All of them are fun characters. Their delivery is excellent, and it really raises the story up so you can laugh and go along with them as they spit out some of the funniest lines in the whole movie. Now next is my sister back with her next good thing. Okay.
So I was really scared walking into the theater to go see Toy Story 4, because I knew that they were going to use a different type of animation. But I wasn't let down, because Pixar did a great job using the glossy, realistic animation that they chose. And I think that I was just so, oh my god, this is going to be a different animation. This animation is going to suck. But it didn't suck. It was good, and I liked it, and yeah. Now here is my brother with his other thing that he enjoyed about Toy Story 4.
Now guys, I could truly go on and on about how great Toy Story 4 is, but I have to do things in my life, and so I can't really do that today. But I'm going to share my final words, my final favorite things about this movie. And what that is the villain. Gabby comes across as this just villainous freak at the beginning. But then as she progresses forward, she's very sympathetic, and you could feel for her. She just wants to be played with. And honestly, it just gets so sad and emotional, which Toy Story does best and Pixar is excellent at. When she gets her voice box from Woody, and by the way, there's spoilers, guys, and she gets the voice box from Woody, and then the little girl plays with her, and then she's like, nah, I won't keep her, and just tosses her in the thing. It was really sad, and they do a great job of that, and you felt for her. You felt for her because she changed. You got to look into her deeper, that she doesn't get to be played with, and that Woody's been played with for years. And she's a very good villain. She has creepy sidekicks, and she provides some of the best action scenes in the movie. So yeah, she's a great villain. I love this movie so much, guys. So thank you for watching this part. Now we're going to get into our final segment of the video, where me and my sister are going to do a little bit of a thing that I just came up with, and it's called Nerd War. Okay, guys, let's get into it. So, guys, basically what Nerd War is us nerds, and we're just going to be going at each other about something that we didn't enjoy in the movie, or so say she doesn't enjoy a point in the movie and I liked it. We're going to debate about it and why we have our own perspective on it, and it should be pretty fun. Okay, let's get into it. In this case, what it's going to be about is Woody leaving in the end. Now, I thought there was a great ending, and I thought it was brilliant and emotional. My sister didn't love it, so let's get into it. My sister's going to start.
With Woody leaving with Bo Peep, there's no way that they'll ever be able to make a Toy Story 5. And Woody's the main character. To me, he's always felt like the main character, but him leaving is like the main character's leaving.
Okay. Yeah,
So.
good point. So, Paige, from your perspective, that could be a good point. You want more sequels, right? Okay, well, think of this. The Ice Age movies. First, you like the characters. They were fun to be around and watch on screen. But as the movies kept going, these characters got bland. You got sick of them. Do you really want that happening to Buzz or Woody or Bo? You don't want these characters to get bland. And these first 4 movies have been fresh. They've been exciting, right? But at one point, they're going to start to dull out. And Pixar makes great original content. Onward. Think of the movie Onward that's coming out. It looks really fun. Monsters, Inc. was a great original movie. Fair concepts. All these original movies. Coco is a great original movie. They can make good movies from scrap from their own ideas. But if they keep building upon sequels, things could get bland. And you don't want to see your characters get bland. Okay, so that's my opinion on that. So back to you.
The childhood movie, you love Toy Story. You are so excited to see Toy Story 4. And imagine if this was the 5th one. This movie, I felt like, okay, the first one was my favorite. Second one was still good. Third one was just getting worse. And the 4th one, to me, I thought was just a really sudden ending. So Woody was acting like, okay, I'm going to go find Forky. I'm going to bring him back to Bonnie. And then I'm going to go with Bonnie and we're going to finish the road trip. But what really happened was Woody went with Bo, and that's where it ended.
Okay, good point.
And I was like, oh my God, I was thinking that they might have made a 5th movie because I thought that they could have had a really climatic movie about that road trip or about what happened or how Bonnie grew up. And because they had how Andy grew up, Andy from the first couple movies, right? And now I felt like the 5th one would be good to end. Like the 4th and 5th could be about how Bonnie grew up. And then when Bonnie grew up, she could keep Forky with her as a keepsake, and that's how it should end. So that's my point, and that's why I'm going to give the mic over to Patrick.
Okay, but Paige, the story was never about Woody. This story in the movie was about how Woody was aging. He knew that he wasn't as loved as, say, Forky was by Bonnie. But he wanted to make Bonnie happy, and that's what he did. He went back to get Forky and return him to Bonnie. And then he helped himself. He went with Bo. At the beginning in the flashback, he was so emotionally conflicted. Do you want to stay with Andy or go away with Bo? He loved Bo. So it was a good ending. It was emotional payoff of an ending. Say he just went back with Bonnie, right? Where would the emotional payoff be? Just leaving Bo behind. If he just left Bo behind, the person he loved, and just went for Bonnie and left, it wouldn't feel as impactful as what Toy Story 4 did. It would feel, and then your other point that if the movies just kept going on, I mean, I've seen movie franchises that, I mean, the first bunch of movies are really good, but then they get old, and so I'm just afraid that would happen. You don't need another story if Woody is gone, and Woody should be gone. He loves Bo Peep, and of course Pixar can just come back and make another great movie and a great franchise that you love. Do you love any other franchises by Pixar?
I like Coco. That's not a franchise.
Coco's not a franchise, but you like the Monsters Inc. franchise, right? Okay, yeah. See, there's other franchises that you could like by them. You could love by them. If they could put up more original content, you can get into other franchises by Pixar. So that's my point, and here, you can get the final word. Here you go.
Okay, so basically, instead of Woody wanting to go with Bonnie or help another kid who was like needed a toy or go back to that daycare when they donated him, so if the parents of Bonnie noticed that she wasn't playing with him, they donate him back to the preschool. I mean, they could have done that in a movie, and he could have been with a new toy and a new person and like had a new life in a new movie, but they decided for Woody to go be a lost toy with Bo Peep and really not have as much as a purpose as he would as a toy with another child. So I feel like if he stayed with Bonnie and they made another Toy Story movie, that it would be a good movie, but I feel like if they made another one when he was gone, it probably wouldn't be a good movie because it would just be him and Bo Peep. So that's my point, and I finished it off. And I think,
I'm gonna have to actually make the final point here because I am pumped. What do you not understand about this? It wasn't Woody's movie. It was showing how much Woody's progressed and how he wants Bonnie to be happy. Bonnie would not have cared if Woody was gone. She does not care about Woody anymore, but he still cares about Bonnie. He wanted to make Bonnie happy. And then you made it out that Woody was being selfish since he kind of changed since he wanted to help people first. Well, yeah, he's getting older. He's not being selfish. He's making a move for himself. His whole life, he's made moves for these kids that he's had. Well, when the kids don't care about him, he wants to make a move for himself. He's never done that. It's not being selfish. It's going with someone who he loves. And that's emotional impact. That's how you end a movie properly. We can both agree, but we can both just disagree about this. But we can both agree it was a really good movie, right? Okay, what was your letter grade for this movie?
I'd probably give this movie an A because it had really good animation and really good character development.
And I would give this film an A, almost at an A plus, because it was an emotional payoff to the Toy Story films with a great ending, fantastic animation, and of course, excellent voice casting. I truly do love Toy Story 4. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and of course hit the notification bell so you can get the newest content. And maybe my sister will be back in the video if you want her to be. Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye now.
Subscribe to his channel.